நாராயண நாராயண ஹரி நாராயண ஹரி நாராயண ஹரி ஓம் நாராயண ஹரி ஓம் நாராயண ஹரி ஓம் நாராயண ஹரி நாராயண தீனிருக்கும் நீரகு பாலிரகு வேண்டும் தீனிருக்கும் நீரகு பாலிரகு வேண்டும் திருப்பதி வெங்கடேஸ்வர தேவா நானிருக்கும் நீரகு நீருக்க வேண்டும் நாராயண முரளீதரா ஹரி நாராயண முரளீதரா ஹரி கோவிந்தா 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 வானிருக்கும் இதழ்கள் நினைவாய் மறந்தாலும் வானிருக்கும் இதழ்கள் நினைவாய் மறந்தாலும் ஒற்றாய் ஜீவன் நதியார் தமிழ்நாடும் ஒற்றாய் ஜீவன் நதியார் தமிழ்நாடும் மாணிக்க வீணையும் மலையேறும் மணிவாசம் மாணிக்க வீணையும் மலையேறும் மணிவாசம் மாங்கியலமிலும் மகிழும் உல்லாசம் மாங்கியலமிலும் மகிழும் உல்லாசம் பாலிரகே திருப்பதி வெங்கடேஸ்வர தேவா நானிருக்கும் நீரகு நீருக்க வேண்டும் நாராயண முரளீதரா ஹரி நாராயண முரளீதரா ஹரி கோவிந்தா 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 வருவனையா உந்தன் வரமாக வருவனையா உந்தன் வரமாக வந்தனையாவும் உருவாக வருவனையா உந்தன் வரமாக வந்தனையாவும் உருவாக உருவாக துணி வள்ளலாக உருவாக துணி வள்ளலாக கொடுத்தருள வேண்டும் பேயருளாக கொடுத்தருள வேண்டும் பேயருளாக தேனிருக்கும் இடத்தும் பாலிருக்க வேண்டும் திருப்பதி வெங்கடேஸ்வரா தேவா நானிருக்கும் நீரகு நீருக்க வேண்டும் நாராயண முரளீதரா ஹரி நாராயண முரளீதரா ஹரி கோவிந்தா 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 ஹரி கோவிந்தா.
The person joining the prayer group here is the one of the elders in the Saraswati Padasale Prathanai Kootam, Thiru Sada Munyan, the elder brother of Mervyn Munyan. The last speaker touched on community work that Mac had done. So many temples, so many church organizations, so many social organizations, so many sports bodies, all benefited out of his generosity. The very place we are seated in now, we are occupying this place. His final journey from here to Clear Strait Crematorium is going to be from here. And this very place, the early fundraising efforts, he tirelessly worked and incorporated me as well to come and render assistance in fundraising for this very hall. Because prior to coming here, this temple was situated in Erika Avenue. Mac and I used to go there and try and see how we could help them. Today, from this hall, they have the secretary, who happens to be the neighbor of our dear Mac's family, Sergeant Pillay. The hall authorities requested for us to please accommodate Sergeant to pay a tribute. I want to appeal to those of you I know to speak about Mac. A day won't be enough. We'll need more than a day to speak about Matt Pillay. But when you come here, we try please to condense your speeches so that we can accommodate many more. Segran, please kindly come.
Vanakkam, Namaste, Namaskaram, Om Sai Ram. On behalf of the Karasan Temple, we would like to express our sincere condolences to the family, Amma, Vernon, Shireen, grandchildren, and other immediate family members on the passing away of Uncle Mac. Uncle Mac, as we fondly refer to him, was a businessman of note, but a man with a big heart. He would be firm with his employees and those around him, but always a fair man in his decisions. Uncle Mac was an entrepreneur in business, and in doing so, created opportunities for others. He developed a large network in the catering and market business out of respect and good business values. He was involved with the Karasan Temple and Hall from the very early days when we were at foundation level, and together with his kind support and generosity, today we are seated in this beautiful venue. If ever you needed any assistance, especially in fundraising for the community-based projects, sporting functions, senior citizen events, he would be the first to put up his hand to provide meals and other items such as chairs, marquees, etc. He was never shy to lend a helping hand to ensure the success at these functions. These acts of kindness speak volumes of the character of Uncle Mac, as evident by the large number of people that are present here today to say their final goodbyes. For a number of years, since the early 80s and 90s, he insisted on preparing the meals for our Kavadi functions. This was a must from his part, and he would not accept no for an answer. Uncle Matt was instrumental in the establishment of netball in KZN in conjunction with the Karasan Sports Union in the early 80s. No other words can describe him better than to say he was an icon in our community. Incidentally, Uncle Mac was my immediate neighbor for the past 4 decades, and almost daily he would greet me with such enthusiasm, while at the same time never shied to let me know if I was going off track. I grew up under his watchful eye and with his family and developed a bond that was much closer than normal neighbors. He was there for us during the most trying periods, and same could be said for him providing support to other community members. Uncle Matt was a very caring person, and I would like to relate an incident that happened a long time ago. I was just about 20 years old, and my father had a heart attack at home. It was between 1 and 2 a.m. in the night, and being afraid and not sure what to do, I ran across to Uncle Mac for help. Without any hesitation, he came to my father's assistance and rendered CPR. And due to that simple act of kindness and spontaneous reaction, I was blessed that my father was around for another 40 years. My thoughts will be forever with you, Uncle Mac. Uncle Mac was spiritually inclined and had strong religious beliefs, which kept the family very close-knit. And today they stand proud knowing that the values and ethos of their dad is firmly instilled in them. Uncle Mac was a true gentleman, committed to his family and the community right till the very end, and he will be sorely missed by us all. It is our duty to keep his legacy alive in ensuring the growth and development of the Khao community and broader. Once again, please accept our deepest sympathies on behalf of the Khao Temple Society and myself. Jai Sai Ram.
Thank you, Sagrin. Now that we also have an additional singer, I would like my dear brother Sadamunian to kindly render the song whilst we have viewing again.
Yenappa உள்ளக்கமலத்திலே என்னப்பா உனக்கு ஊஞ்சலித்தே உள்ளக்கமலத்திலே என்னப்பா உனக்கு ஊஞ்சலித்தே உள்ளக்கமலத்திலே என்னப்பா உனக்கு ஊஞ்சலித்தே வள்ளியுடன் வருவாய் என்னப்பா வேலனாடிடுவே என்னப்பா வள்ளியுடன் வருவாய் என்னப்பா பன்னிரு தூண்களிலும் உனக்கு மாமலை சூட்டிடுவே பன்னிரு தூண்களிலும் உனக்கு மாமலை சூட்டிடுவே என்னப்பா என்னிடம் வந்திடப்பா என்னப்பா என்னிடை கண்மணியே என்னப்பா என்னிடம் வந்திடப்பா உள்ளக்கமலதிலே என்னப்பா உனக்கு மூன்றெழுத்தே பள்ளியுடன் வருவாய் என்னப்பா மேலநாடிடுவே என்னப்பா வள்ளியுடன் வருவாய் என்னப்பா மேலநாடிடுவே என்னப்பா 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 என்னப்பா
We've heard speakers so far. We've had 3 speakers. We're getting closer to home now. We want to know what the feelings of the children are. 2 children, Vernon and Shireen. To listen to what their thoughts are right now. They've chosen their cousin to come and pay a tribute on their behalf. I now call on Mrs. Linda Hanif to come and speak to us.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Linda. I am Uncle Matt's niece and Daya's eldest daughter. I've been requested by Shireen and Vernon to read a poem to their dad. It goes like this. As we look back over time, we find ourselves wondering, did we remember to thank you enough for all that you have done for us? For all the times that you were by our side to help and support us, to celebrate our successes and to understand our problems and accept our defeats, or for teaching us by your example the value of hard work, good judgment, courage, and integrity. We wonder if we ever thanked you enough for the sacrifices you made to let us have the very best, for the simple things like laughter, smiles, and the times we shared. If we have forgotten to show our gratitude enough for all the things that you did, we are thanking you now. And we are hoping you knew all along how much you meant to us. We will always love you, Dad. From Shireen and Vernon.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Shireen and Vernon. We heard that Mac involvement here at this hall, temples, but also seated here amongst us is the newly elected chairman of MTSS. He came and paid his tributes to last farewell to Mac, because Mac went and cooked at MTSS, assisted them at a time when the need was there. And to show that gratitude, we thank you for coming up here today. We have more viewers. We'll have another song. Thank you.
Dear family and friends, whenever Uncle Mac saw us at any ceremonies or concerts, his favorite song was Marudamani. He would always write in a page and send a note to us, whether on stage or whether at the front of the altar, requesting for Marudamali. He was a Murugan Bhaktani. So this song is specially dedicated to our dear father, late Uncle Mac.
கோடி மலைகளிலே கொடுக்கும் மலை எந்த மலை கொங்குமணி நாட்டினிலே குணர்ந்த மலை எந்த மலை தேடி வந்தோம் எந்தம் எல்லாம் செழிக்கும் மலை எந்த மலை மருதமணி மாமணியே முருகையா மருதமணி மாமணியே முருகையா சிவதும் கார்கோ வேளையாடை மருதமணி மாமணியே முருகையா தேவரும் கூலம் கார்கோ வேளையாடை மருதமணி மாமணியே முருகையா மனமிக சந்தன மழகிய சந்தன மழகிய குங்கும சாந்தியும் கிரிய சாந்தியும் யோக சாந்தியும் காலம் சென்ற திருமாலிங்கம் மேட் பிள்ளையார்களுக்கு அவராத்மவும் நற்கதிவும் சாந்தி அனைவருக்கும் தேவாயம் விநாயக பெருமானே கதவை திறப்பாய ஓம் நாத சக்தி மாசக்தி கிரிய சக்தி கதவை திறப்பாய ஓம் சிவபெருமானே கதவை திறப்பாய ஓம் முருகப் பெருமானே கதவை திறப்பாய கருடவாக நாராயண விஷ்ணு தேவாய கதவதாரங்கள் நவகிரகங்காய பெருமானே கதவை திறப்பாய நாத தேவாய சிறிது சாய் பிரேம சாய் சத்ய சாய் நாதனே கதவை திறப்பாய மருதமணி மாமணியே முருகையா தேவரும் உலகாரும் இளையடியானையா மருதமணி மாமணியே முருகையா தேவையா முருகையா மாலிங்கா தேவாயா
Mac and Logie have 4 grandchildren. We heard a tribute on behalf of the son and daughter. Now we're going to call on the 4 grandchildren, Priyan, Sayuri, Kamlan, and Viren, to kindly come out here now.
A heart that has been broken is a heart that has been loved. Looking around here today and looking at my family and the heartache we all face, we finally understand the true meaning of this saying.
Today we wish to celebrate a man whose entire life has been dedicated to his family, his community, and God. To say that we are lucky to be his grandchildren is an understatement. It is a blessing that we are truly grateful for and will be for the rest of our lives. It is a challenge to speak today, to put into words the many things that we would like to say about him.
His greatest treasure was his family, and as a grandfather, Pa was simply the best. From always ensuring we were picked up from school on time, to sneaking us food on a fasting day, Pa became a confidant and a rock for us as we grew older. He was everything and more.
With him, we felt like we'd do anything. He always made us feel special. There were no small wins. Each achievement was celebrated like a huge victory. He has taught us so many lessons about life, lessons which we will remember and live by.
Pa, thank you for all that you were and for all that you have given us. Without you, we are nothing, and because of you, we have everything. We're going to miss you, and we love you very much.
I initially said we're going to leave here between 1:45 and 1 o'clock. It's now 1:45. I still have one more tribute, and that is from Guru Sadamunyan of Saraswati Padasale Pratani Kutu.
Kalan Chandra, Mahalingham Matt Pillay அவர்களுக்கு, the program director, திரு அப்பா அவர்களுக்கு, ஜகா பிள்ளை அவர்களுக்கு, the bereaved families, the இசை கச்சேரி கூட்டத்தில், family and friends, we've gathered here this afternoon to bid farewell to our dear father, brother, friend, a stalwart in the community. My humble vanakkams and loving greetings to one and all of you. Bhuma Devi have seen one of the greatest souls that touched on. And when we say one of the greatest souls, we are speaking about Uncle Mac. Uncle Mac in the early 70s started the hiring services, which was named Saraswati Hiring Services. We had Saraswati Padasali. Together, my late dad and Uncle Mac paired up. Uncle Mac had a vision, and he was out on this mission right until his last breath. In the 70s, life was very difficult in the deep apartheid days. And Uncle Mac had this great vision of not only promoting culture, but he had various other avenues because people from all walks of life approached him. And we started doing shows and concerts at various homes, at various halls for various different organizations, the Blind and Deaf Society, the FOSA, the Children's Home, and the list goes on. Every weekend we all were together, and Uncle Mac headed all of these in the 70s. Not only that, generating all the funds and giving it to the organizations and placing people in permanent work, finding jobs for them, putting the bread on the table on daily basis for many families. I stand here today and bear testament to that because we grew up with the participation of various items that were performed at many platforms. Our father, ladies and gentlemen, a gentle soul with great morals, great values, and the love for all beings, be it from any culture. And one thing I noticed about Uncle Mac, once we had a Saraswati Puja and he was going to sponsor the food. And there were many people that came during that time wanted to sponsor their food and from a different culture. Without any hesitance, he didn't hesitate, it will be done. That's Uncle Mac. He went that extra mile for not only feeding the masses out there, but also in his engineering skills, where he should make the burglar bars, but went that extra mile and donated for the not only what he was ordered to do, but over and above that at no charge. Now that is the greatness of Uncle Mac. He did not have a monetary value in his image. Now ladies and gentlemen, it's from the apartheid days to this very moment, Uncle Mac remained humble. He had no airs and graces about himself. A person that left an indelible mark in our community. The many schools that you see, especially in this area and even the outer lying areas, as the years went by, sports phased off. But there were a few schools that kept sports alive. And many schools, Uncle Mac, realizing his childhood days where they used to give them a little fruit and a juice and a donut, he sponsored that for many schools. One of the schools was Southland Secondary, where I was teaching. One of the years, he sponsored all the donuts, all the fruits, and all the cold drink, plus a packet of chips for each learner, looking at 1,300 learners. That was Uncle Mac. He did not ask us for a single cent. Uncle Mac never turned anyone who assisted him or who came for his assistance. His dad, sorry, I beg your pardon, my dad, the late Subramanian Blakes, and Uncle Mac were the greatest of friends, where they moved together at religious functions, sports venues, and the list goes on. Uncle Mac was a household name in our community, far beyond the shores of South Africa. Many countries, they speak about Uncle Mac. Temples in Australia, temples in Canada speak about Uncle Mac. And like I said, he had multiple skills. Another outstanding qualities about our dear father was his advice was solid. Solid advice that he has given to each and everyone. From the 70s, he sponsored the Saraswati Padasali every year without fail, the meals for Saraswati Puja. And we're talking about 4 to 5 handas of food. He never charged us a cent. When I went to his home in Finch Street, he just knew what I was there for, sorted out. That was Uncle Mac. Up to this very day, we are going to miss this great soul. His contribution, when I was studying 5 years in India during the apartheid days, life was very difficult at home. And he always sent a little envelope to my dad to say, give it to our child up there. He's studying, he's going to come back and contribute. You don't worry. That contribution was there, whether it was once a month or once in 6 months, but he contributed. He knew that someday, that when the culture is lifted up, everyone will appreciate and will take a leaf out of that. So ladies and gentlemen, as we sit here today, we must reflect on the life of our dear father and see how best we can change, how we can contribute in our way. He left a legacy, and that legacy will live on for many, many generations. On behalf of the Saraswati Padasali School of Fine Arts, on behalf of the Munian sisters and the Munian family, we want to say our sincere sympathies and condolences to the family. May our dear father's soul reach the abode of Sivalokam. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Nandri. For those of you still waiting to come and view, kindly come in. Whilst I conclude here, I want to say thank you on behalf of the family. That's the Matt Pillay family of 43 Finch Street, to everyone that had come forth during the time, not only now that he has passed on, but from the time that he became unwell. Everyone trying to get in touch with the family to say, oh, how's he feeling, how's he doing, what can we do? That we want to thank you all for your kind gesture. And to those who have come forward to help us here, the hall management, we want to say to Karwastan hall management, our sincere thanks. To the Marinil Funeral Services people, we want to say thank you. Saraswati Padasali Pratne Kutam, thank you, our heartfelt thanks to all of you, dear Mervyn. What we're going to do now, only those members from the household that are not coming to the crematorium, we're going to ask you to please kindly put a rose in the casket.
அரிமரியயனம் மாலம் அமரது முனிவேதனம் முறை முறை வணங்கியத்தம் முதல்வனே நம சிவாய முதல்வனே நம சிவாய ஆதியாய் வேகம் நாங்கள் அதிமுதி தெரியாய் வண்ணம் சோதியாய் நிறுவே நின்று துணிவனே நம சிவாய 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 எச்சியாய் பொறுப்போர் ஒன்றான் இனி அணி பணிவாய் தொண்டும் பற்றியாய் செப்போனே நீ வல்லலே நம சிவாய 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 பூமி ஒரு பாகம் வைத்த அன்பகர் தம்பீரணி அமரக மணியை முத்தே அண்ணலே நம சிவாய அண்ணலே நம சிவாய அண்ணலே நம சிவாய அண்ணுவே நம சிவாய அண்ணலே நம சிவாய இந்துவாய் போது மாதான் இறைமுலை மைகை பத்து நீதியார் அன்னோர் போலும் விமானல நம சிவாய விமானல நம சிவாய விமானல நம சிவாய விமானல நம சிவாய விமானல நம சிவாய.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we all rise, all sing the song together while the family to be able to hear. May we all rise. Let's give our Papa a nice, lovely silver. Put our hands together. We all sing this song together.
देवकालये जगदेवकालये
இருளிகாணிய துணைய காலஞ்சென்றதிலும் Mahalingham Matt Pillay அவர்களை கமலாத்மம் நற்கறிவும் சாந்தி அனைவருக்கும் தேவாய நர சாந்தி மகாசாந்தி கிரியா சாந்தி யோக சாந்தி தன சாந்தி தேவி தாயை மகமாய் மீனாட்சி திருவுரு சுந்தரி தௌந்தரி சங்கரி நிலம்பரி நாகம்மா நாகேஸ்வரி பரமேஸ்வரி பராசக்தி தேவி தாயே ஓம் தூபதீபம் கற்பூரம் சமர்ப்பியாமி கங்காஜமனம் கோதாவரி தீபம் சமர்ப்பியாமி சமர்ப்பியாமி சமர்ப்பியாமி.
I need the pallbearers. The pallbearers are going to be all the nephews. We want all the nephews. There's quite a number. We're not going to call the name, but we want all the nephews to please come and stand on either side of that casket. You're going to carry the Uncle Matt on his final journey from here, from Karvastan to Temple Hall. We're going to take it to the hearse. For all the nephews, we want them there. The coffin will be led by the Guru, Vernon, the grandchildren, and Shereen. You'll have to stand in front of the coffin. Okay, please. The grandchildren, come and stand in front of the coffin. Behind Mervyn. Vernon at least. Sorry. So, and the nieces can follow the coffin, please. Guru, I'm ready for you.
முத்தினிதி அறியாதே மூர்க்கனே உயிர்வேனே பத்தினிரி அறிவீனே பரவிலங்கள் பகும் வண்ணம் சித்தமெல்லாம் அறிவீனே சிவாயே நிலையாரே அத்தனே गजाननं भूतगणाथं सेवितं कपितजं गोपलाचारपक्षिणं उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादे नमस्ते अम्मे अपो पिलामणियन्बिलिல் விருந்து ஆரமுதை பொய்மையை பெருக்கும் புழுதனை சுடக்கும் புழுதனை என் தனக்கு தேவாய அகரமணியை ஆனந்த சீவனல் மணியே உகரமணிய விஷ்ணு வியாவர நித்யமணியே மகரமணிய ஜகர்முனநாத முங்காரணிய துணையே அன்புமே துன்பமே துடிக்கும் துணையை என் நிர்லிங்கா நீய துணையே காலன் சென்ற திரு மகாலிங்கம் மேக்பிள்ளை அவர்களுக்கு அவர் ஆத்மாவும் நற்கதிவும் சாந்தி அனவருக்கும் தேவாய தூபதீபம் கற்புறம் சமர்ப்பியாமி 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 ஓம் கங்கா ஜமுனா கோதாவரி தீர்த்தம் சமர்ப்பியாமி ஓம் கங்கா ஜமுனா கோதாவரி தீர்த்தம் சமர்ப்பியாமி ஓம் கங்கா ஜமுனா கோதாவரி தீர்த்தம் சமர்ப்பியாமி ஓம் நாத சாந்தி மகாசாந்தி கிரியா சாந்தி யோக சாந்தி தன சாந்தி ரேவிதாய் மகமாய்மின திருவர சுந்தரி சௌந்தரி சங்கரி நிலம்படி நாகம்மா நாகேஸ்வரி பரமேஸ்வரி பராசக்தி ரேவிதாயே அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை ஆனந்தரங்கா அருள்ரமலிங்கா அருள்ரமலிங்கா அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை ஆனந்தரங்கா அருள்ரமலிங்கா அருள்ரமலிங்கா அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி இகைநிலை பொருளாய் பரநிலை பொருளாய் இகைநிலை பொருளாய் பரநிலை பொருளாய் அகமர பொருந்திய அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அகமர பொருந்திய அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை ஆனந்தரங்கா அருள்ரமலிங்கா அருள்ரமலிங்கா அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி ஆகம முடிமே ஆரண முடிமே சிவாய நம ஓம் நம சிவாய